You're a different kettle of fish. You are a very organized young lady. Tough, you're tough. Strong. You don't let this affect you. You do with this. You don't emote, you think. You think very clearly and very logically. You should have been straight A's in school. Young lady, you are really good at anything that has to do with logic, common sense, organization, and method. Very, very logical young woman. If you lean towards computers, you'd amaze yourself. I'm not happy with your lungs. You should never smoke or allow yourself to go into areas where there's congestion of the lungs. Do yourself the favor of eating the broccoli sprouts as well. It will avoid you having anything like that. Young lady, right now you are not at peace. You are being pulled in different directions. Your duty is pulling you one way, your desire the other. You're not totally at peace with yourself. When you present material, it's a work of art. It's wonderful, it's good. You can be a little skittish in relationships, not very trusting. I'm not blaming you. Your issue is trust. Not that you're not a good person, you're a nice person. The only way you're going to be bossy is if you don't trust and you need to keep tabs on the person. But generally, you have a very nice relationship. You need to choose wisely. Do not choose somebody who you always have to keep checking on. You'll be just stressing out yourself. Choose wisely in love. Make sure before you commit that that person really, really cares about you and is the one taking the initiative. If you have to keep calling and you're always making arrangements and the other one is, oh yes, but then you are chasing him. And when you do that, people start to feel like, hey, this woman is trying to govern me. And then they start taking you for granted. I want you not to be so forward. Let the other person show that he is interested. I'm telling you that for you to avoid being hurt. I'm trying to avoid you being hurt, my dear. I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm trying to avoid you being hurt. I know in this competitive world, hard to get you get a boyfriend, there are so many girls willing to take him away and so, but please, this is not, that is if you're looking at long term. If you just want a boyfriend to have kicks, it's all right. But you are not the kind who likes kicks. You like permanent. You like to play for keeps because you are an extremely serious woman. And you're very nice and you'll give your best. But you need to be able to trust. And if that person has had a track record of not being very, very honest in relationships with women, you should put that down and don't feel that talks he'll give you, since I've met you I have changed. And that I have given women that when I was younger, and they fell for it. It's all lies. What is not good in the morning will not be good in the evening. He is not going to change. If a man is a ladies' man, he's a ladies' man. He could be in his 90s, he'd be a lady. And you don't want that. You want somebody who will be there for you. You're a very giving person, very nice person, but you're not impulsive, and that is good. I am slightly concerned about the kidney and the bladder, especially the kidney on the right and the little area there with the bladder. The 3 herbs, nettle, turmeric, and cordyceps, cordyceps. Use them in capsule form for a few months. They will take care of that. Your first relationship will not be the important. It will be important for the time, but there will be a second relationship. But the two will not clash. one would end and then the other would start. The second would be the more important one. You'll be very, very independent. It is extremely important, if you are going to make any decision that will influence or affect your career, that you do not make it based on emotion. It must be based on reason. Don't say, my boyfriend and I broke up, so I'm going to leave my job, or I'm going to quit my school. No, 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 no. You can leave him, because you can leave him now, and 5 minutes after you can make up with him. But when you leave your school or your job and you give notice, you don't go back. So don't make those mistakes, please. Sometimes your expectations in love are a little too high. You can expect perfection, and some people cannot live up to that. It's not that you're a bad person. No. You are a good person, and you have every right to expect what you expect. You are not expecting the impossible. But don't get attracted to a stinker. Okay? I beg you. Career-wise, you'll be fine. There's a great possibility that you will have two careers. You will have two different careers, two means of income. And there is a point at which there may be two interests in your life at the same time, either a relationship and a career, or two relationships or two careers. But at one time you'll be kind of jiggling between both. You are going to spend some time outside of your place of birth. But after you have done everything, you will have great desire to come back home. My greatest worry is about your lungs. I'm not happy with your lungs. And you can also have a problem with your digestive system. In your middle 70s, there'd be a little danger to your health, not before. You are fertile, but especially for you, be very careful about getting pregnant, because relationships are not the most solid part of your life. And I would not like you to get pregnant for the sake of getting pregnant, and that child grows up without a father. We don't want that, and we don't want children in two different relationships, which can happen in your case. So I beg you, be very, very careful before you decide about having children.